Welcome back, everyone, to an episode of Timberborn with me, Dr. Munchkin. So last time, if you've been following along, we kind of rose out of the ashes there, and yeah, this is all bad. I shouldn't have that. We'll fix that in a sec. But our population is now up to 120. We seem to be doing all right. We're in a good cycle. This is filling up. We should be pumping water. We can actually hold 18,000 water now, which is an amazing amount. Hopefully our new kind of like super water pumping system over here is able to fill that up fairly quickly so that we can survive hopefully another 30-day drought or something. These little guys are working hard, going ahead and putting all the extract in to go ahead and build a massive system for us. Now this is just going to be a giant reservoir, hopefully green all this up. That's draining, or rather evaporating. We eventually want to get this online as well. But the goal today is hopefully to unlock some more things, get some dynamite set up, which is the primary goal of this over here, so that we can go ahead and expand out, get another smelter, get our dirt excavator online. A bunch of things need to happen. And in fact, look at that, we're even pumping water out over here, so that this is all green, so we could actually build farmland over here, which would also be phenomenal. But I think we're in a good place. Hopefully it doesn't all go south, but as we get into this, as always, if you guys like this content, please make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And with that, we are going to go ahead and get started. I am going to go ahead and just start by demolishing all of this. Yes. And the reason we had to do that is because I'm horrible. No, it's because... Ooh, what? Why are we flooding? Is this flooded? You should be off. Uh-oh, and a bad tide is approaching. That's not good. Everything's flooding. You should just be off. Oh, there we go. Hold on. So if it's on, then I want unlimited flow, which means that it's less than my measurement. Okay, that should fix things. Oh my gosh, it's almost like we need to set things up appropriately. But over here, we can do something like this. Come over here and do something like this, and then we can get we'll have to see. Hold on. Happiness. Get these swimming pools back online. Nope, they need one more. That one can go there, though. This one just needs one more bit there. Like that. And then I need a connection point. And then we can come over here and add this swimming pool here. And then we'll just get all of this hooked up like this and like that. And then we will high prioritize all of this pickup so we don't lose these materials, although we do have plenty of planks. We actually need more wood, if anything. Okay, well that should hopefully resolve. So it is off. So if it is off, we should be no flow. So this should drain eventually, hopefully. I don't know. This is now paused because we have... Oh no! I didn't realize we were draining all this water. This one's at least pretty full. Water has come up to almost 10,000, which is good, and we still have more to pump. But we only have 1.5 days until this big old drought, which is not a good thing to have. And we were draining all that water out of here, which was not good. There we go. That should fix everything. So that is very full now. Not the end of the world, but something we need to be cognizant of. Now we do have a beaver that can actually work. That's pretty cool. Now this is still kind of pumping. I don't know how long this bad drought will be, but we are more concerned with this over here. And this guy, this bad tide, is phenomenal because we're going to get a lot of power. But, we could just start setting up this wonder, and I actually want to make it over here. How about like that? Yes. And so now we need to be able to get over there. So what we're going to do is, we'll just add some pathing here. Yeah, it's a single, like that. And then we'll add some stairs like that. And then now we can just connect this up like that. It's a little far from everything. We do need to construct all that, but it will be okay in the long run. This is now filling up more properly. This is working well as well, and they did get at least that online. But you can see here, this is kind of green, and it stops because we have good water depth. I'm actually liking this. The question is whether or not we can keep enough of a reservoir to keep crops happy. That is the question of the day. I don't know. And we still need more explosives, which we should be working on. We are. And we're actually getting a lot more beavers available, which will help fuel this new industrial district when we get one. Oy. The other thing I want to do is if I look at my beaver happiness, we do have wind tunnel motivarium as well. Oh, we never got the tribute online? This guy's not up and running? Oi. Well, let's go ahead and just increase your priority over this one. Just so you guys build that. And we still want all of this to be super high prioritized. Because I want to start on my little industrial area. And then you know what we'll do? We'll also do that over this. Because I have a bit of water, we should hopefully be able to handle those things. They are picking all that up. These just need logs, which I do have. I am actually running out of cassavas. Who would have thought? Badtide. It is only a 16-day. That is nothing. The whole system is automated. We're going to have power up to wazoo. I do not care. And look at these guys go. We are just bursting out that lovely amount of explosives. Now metal, we do have that. It's just that if I go over here to my metal workshop, I mean it is 100% working, it's just that I only have one. And you guys are still working as well. How much do I actually have? 200, not bad. I do want to stockpile a bunch of stuff, but I do want to get all those foods online. Hopefully the mangroves survive now. Well, one, this is a very short drought, so I wouldn't expect things to happen. But this should be nice that if this ever gets low enough, we start to drain what little water we have into the system, and that should help. This, once we get all those metal blocks in there that we don't have, should be awesome as well. Okay, we only have 2 more needed, and then we can detonate this whole thing, and that will be fantastic. Now, what building lacks goods? Oh, it's because they don't have dirt, because they don't have the dirt thing online. I'm also going to have to build some storage for said dirt. But in the interim, let's go ahead and get food. I want another farmhouse over here. Like that. And you know what we'll do? We'll also do some dynamiting. And the only reason is just so we have a little bit of a well here to help with, you know, long-termness. And then in terms of what we're growing, I think corn would be good. Mushrooms and algae are the other bits. And then cassavas could be awesome. And then how far can you actually reach? I'm wondering if I build that, can you reach farther? Oops. Yes, you can. Perfect. Okay, so if I go to plant crops, let's go ahead and get some cassavas over here, like that, and then let's get some corn over here like this. And then let's get, what else am I lacking? Soybeans, it seems, so let's grab some soybeans. Like that. And that'll be good. These guys finished all this. Perfect. So we can go ahead and detonate that and do this massive detonation project. Ta-da! Alrighty. Well, now what we need to do is destroy these. Get some landscaping in here. Pop you guys up there and do a little bit of high prioritize on all of that. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to just bring this over here. Something like that. We do need storage. It is an industrial pile like so. We'll go ahead and do 2 of those. You guys will be dirt. I also want a relay, resource monitor, power meter, resource counter. Go ahead and just do that and make you dirt. Dirt count. Let's call it that. You, I do actually want to automate by you, and you, if quantity is less than, I can hold, say, if it's less than 360, actually 300, go ahead and keep that on. And then over here, I do need power. Yeah, that one, check. And then let's go ahead and get metal. Let's get this second smelter online like that. And then I did need 2 of the food factories like that, as well as a fermenter like that. So now we can do this. Something like that. And so that gets me more resources there. And this is going to be a super high priority. But this, I actually want... What's the other one actually doing? You are making eggplant rations, which means you are going to be corn rations, and you will be algae rations. This one, which one am I not doing? I have fermented soybeans and fermented cassavas, so you are going to be fermented mushrooms. The other thing is we do actually need to unpause these. We do have 12,000 water, not necessarily concerned about that. This seems to be fine, which is awesome. And they are building this, we just need the metal blocks. So if we can actually get this high prioritized as well, we can start increasing our production, which would be good. And this will take, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 more beaver jobs. Oh, I even have this. I like that. Now over here we could, what does our power situation look? Well, we have over 10,000 power, mind you. I am actually thinking about building an additional power system over here. Just so that we could do even more, because we do have a little bit of an access point. You know, we can start this particular process. It's not necessarily going to be finished. Oops. Something like that. Oops, like that. Didn't mean to make it so complicated. And then over here, we can just kind of go down this way. Nope. Actually, no, we'll just do that. And then we'll do one of these. Something like that. And then you can come down here, here, there we go. Alright. Go ahead and destroy that, yes. Power, since I have power this way, what we'll want to do is something like that, coming over this way, and doing doom, boom. Well, not that. Didn't realize there was an overhang. Let's go ahead and do that then. Move you over 1. Something like you, so now we can connect you guys together. And then we'll just move you right there, do a little bit of this, so that when we can do that. That's not what I want, I do need pathing. So we're just going to connect all this over here like that. That'll be fine. Something like this, and there we go. Okay, so we just need to add a little bit of a platform here and finish off this power connection, like so. And then over here, we do want to get those power wheels in. So, what we'll do is go ahead and pop one of you guys in here and get power. Or, no, not that. This one. There we go. Actually, can I fit? Could fit one there, too. Okay. I wish there was an ability to just have both of these kind of online. And then we'll do one here. Just so we have even more power, because we are building a lot more, let's say, items that we will need. And in fact, I can just build a double here instead to get the height to pop. Not you in, you in. Okay, so that's a lot more power. What we're going to do now, though, is obviously do a little bit of this. Pop each of these here. And then this will go like that. This will go like that. And then now we just need another little boom, boom, and then grab that. Grab a little bit of this, and then get that other power online. And then connect the whole thing up. So they should be able to work on things. Should, hopefully, possibly. Okay. That's a huge power expansion. These guys will bring in 500 or so. The other thing that we might want to do is figure out a nice gravity battery situation. I am thinking this is a nice gravity battery situation, but I would need to get a tube way up there, which is possible, mind you. We can do this. We have the technology. So what I'm thinking is if I go to power again, I get gravity batteries unlocked, we could do something like this. And I would want triple dynamite on you, so then I could place another one there. Power, gravity battery, there. Okay, so we do want a tube-way connected up. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit of pathing. Get this tube station, say, here. Something like that to preserve resources coming over this way. And I'm just going to do a little bit of something like that. So I can do that, that, and that. There we go. The only problem is we need to come this way now, because I don't want to cause any issues. And then we need to do this, this, that. We'll just go ahead and hop it up then. Like, well, if I put things in the right place, that would be helpful. So we'll do that, and then I just need to demolish that, check. And now, if I get the transportation. Something like this. Now we can get all the way over here. And then we can just get a simple stair up here. Connect some stuff in. Like that. And then I do actually want some metal scavenger flags. We'll just pop you guys here so we can knock that all out. And then what we can do is, since power is kind of right over here, what we'll do is do a little bit of this. And migrate power almost next to this thing. Where we pull it along here so it can actually be worked on. Then we'll get the vertical power shaft. Actually, no. I want it one more over. So that we can actually just link it up here to this guy. And then we can just get normal power like this. There we go. And that would actually link all that up. So then here I would want that. Like this. And they should be able to build all of that when they get around to it. And so that will now be a gravity power solution, as well as additional metals for us. We have 7 days left. Water is... water's gone. Not the end of the world. We have a bunch of beavers. I'm actually going to go ahead and do a district management. Let's do another builder's hut as well. Did they... Oh, they finished my glorious piece. Let's just go ahead and pop you... But over here, we'll just high prioritize that, and then we can get some decorations in here as well. You know, get one of those, get a beaver bust like that. Are we still working max? We are not. I can just go ahead and take someone into there. But yeah, we are working on getting goods. You guys just need to have this built. This is actually a lower priority, everybody. I know I love you, but we kind of want to get these things online. And why aren't we building you? Oh, that's workplace. Construction. Sorry. Get that constructed. In fact, we can prioritize all that, because then if we get the mud baths online, that would be awesome. There we go. We can't really plant anything yet, because, well, you know, things are not good. Hold on. There we go. Just so I can get the water being pumped in there. Okay. Well, 13,000 water is nice. We only have 6 days. That should last us. If we are having issues with that, then we kind of need to do more. Are they even building all this? We do have treated planks. We have actually plenty of scrap metal as well. Oh, they even built all that. Look at that. We could do that and then get water. Get another fluid dump over here like that. That would green all that up, and then we could actually do some, say, plant trees and bushes. All of this, as well as that, and then just get all of that done as well. And then we could get some wood, some lumberjack flags, say like that. And then plant some more bush trees right there. Alright. That is a long project coming. Again, we need water for things. We've been doing decently well, and you actually need power. Totally free. Well, actually, no, you'll have power once we connect you up. So we are making more metals now, which means everything should be coming up. Now this, I actually need to solve because we didn't build it in a means that is correct, let's say. There we go, and do that. We can also add some more decorations over here, just to get maybe a street lamp like that. Get a shrubbery over here. And since we're branching off, I could actually even build a tube-way station. Right there. Shouldn't impact things, and then we should just be able to do one of these. And then tube it up. So this will now then connect in here like that. Which makes things a little bit better, but we just need to finish this. We have the metal blocks, we just need to wax that with a hammer. And then this just needs some more metal blocks, which we're now rapidly producing. Our well-being is skyrocketing, which is phenomenal, and we've unlocked our wonder, which is going to need a lot of resources. Gears, we have all that running. I might want to start eating more things up. Oh, we might want some more pine. Just saying. Cut trees. Oh no, do not cut these trees. There we go. Now that is just a lovely pine forest. They will take a little bit while to grow, but you should be functional. We might want another pine farm. This could be a pine farm. I don't necessarily want that right now though. We could convert, you know, things up here. Oh, we cut all that down. Huh. We could make a pine farm down here. Actually, if that wells up, we could be solid. We'd have to see. I mean, we can get down here, mind you. It's a long ways. Let's go ahead and clear all that out. Boop. Because I don't like it. And we have more than enough power. You guys, high prioritize this, please. I kind of need that online in order to apparently make that work. Because we do have less than that amount of dirt. We just need you on to be able to activate things. And look at that, 57! Mud baths should come online. In fact, we could even put another one over here. So well-being, find that lovely mud bath. Where are you? Mud bath, and we can put you, say, here. It should be connected to power, and then we just get that online. There we go. So now this is operational, so now we should be producing dirt. That is very, very good. We only have 4 days left of this bad tide. That is not bad at all. All right, storage is doing okay. We're getting more logs. What are they actually working on building? We lowered the priority of that so that like the network and everything else should come up faster. We shouldn't really be working that. Explosives are actually coming up, which is solid as well. Power's not an issue right now. We could, once this gets kind of filled up, make this a tree farm, perhaps? And they haven't... Oh, that's because I haven't done that yet. Please build the builder's hut so we can have more beavers do more work. Because we're, oh my god, up to 150 beavers. That is phenomenal. There we go. And I do actually want even more production, although it seems we could squeeze it in. So if I go to wood and I go to gears, we could squeeze you in here like that. Just add a little power connection there, and then add a little bit of pathing. Actually, I don't need all that. Like that. Alright, 59 already. Jeez. Okay, well, builder's hut means more builders to go ahead and just do everything. This is doing good. We can actually prioritize all of that, since we do have barely any treated planks, because they were all going into this monstrosity, which are at 9%. We're doing okay. Housing is still fine, 24 beavers, but again, most of them are, well, a lot of them rather, are my water pumpers. You guys are producing, that is good. This is all functional, which is good. We can go ahead and just prioritize your construction. That'll make that happy. And then, you know what we can actually do? Do a little bit of this. just so it's a little bit higher priority. And then obviously I need that prioritized in order to have power. But they should start eating a lot of my, or at least some of my planks. Jeez, we have so many planks. There's actually an achievement as well to produce 500 planks within a single day with the iron teeth. The problem with that is that I'm maxed out on planks. Also, I would need to maybe run 24 hours. How much can they produce? Here's one. All right, so they produce one every 0.6 hours. So a day is 24 hours. So even if they just did, let's say, 30 a day for a 24-hour work period, right? Because that's 2/3 every hour times 24, right? So 48 divided by, no, is that right? That's actually less than 2/3. Math. Okay, no. I rounded up. I shouldn't have rounded up. I rounded down. I should have rounded down. So they produce maybe like 15-ish, let's say. Yeah, because I rounded up to 1. That's way too generous. That's not how many they're producing. So 15. And so if I want 500 of them, right? So we take 500 and divide it by 15. What is this, like 30 something? 30, maybe a little bit more than 30 to have of just these. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need a crap ton more in order to be able to do that. I don't know if the happiness would actually make that better, because if you check on a beaver, oh my gosh, everything is just coming up. I need more scratchers. We can get more scratchers online. But if we check our well-being, let's say, we should be able to do some things and make beavers happier. We did get those guys online. Actually add one in there as well. Just finding some places to pop these things. But if we pause and check on a beaver, he's 61. All right, so he gets a 240% work speed. That should help. Uh-oh, we ran out of water here. That means you should be open, which you are, just that we're out of water. The wet fur bonus will help. This still had a bunch of water. This is kind of cool. I like the thorns, mind you. Alright, what are they working on? Well, they're working on it in both directions, which is good. It's where a lot of my metal blocks are now going, but we're double producing them, which is excellent. Yeah, look at that. High, medium chance of injury. Injuries are 9. We should be okay. Lacks materials. Triple dynamite? Oh, it's because we don't have the... Well, rather, we do have the explosives. We're just not funneling them down. Extract we're doing okay on, actually. I mean, we're using it for a bunch of stuff. Or should be. This is all... Yeah, that is all connected. That's good. In fact, I could even connect these two to even have a bigger loop. And that would allow me to get over to other certain places. We could even make a whole mission to get over here, or there's a secondary mine. Get even more mines, more metal production. All the metal production. Are they even building this? They're not even building this guy yet. It's too far. That's fine. What are they working on? The tubeway? Yeah, the tubeway is a little bit more important. Let's go ahead and just... There we go. Alright, water's returning. That means all these will just turn on automatically. The other thing I did realize is that the ancient aquifer, I looked it up. It actually produces the same amount of water as the normal one. It's just half the power. So it was bad that I actually got rid of it. Alright, well this is working. Let's go ahead and high prioritize these guys as well, just so they can build all that and I can actually get this to be dedicated. And then this also needs to be high prioritized. They should be able to get to them, and we do have the materials for it. There we go. Do that, and then we can get another lovely fluid dump right there. And we'll make you a little bit higher priority as well as you. We do have 7 beavers still, that could work. And in fact, if I unpause you, that would be a few. You just have nothing to do because there's no water. No, you. Construction. Construction needs to be higher priority. Same with you. Alright. Well, that should help with all that. These are just all low priority, but they were starting to get some extract, let's say. As we work another solution for power. All the power. And actually that is higher than this, so that we can just go ahead and detonate it. You know what? I'm wondering. So it sticks out just a little bit, right? I'm wondering if we could block that in. You know what I mean? Where we could actually make this all green. Make an even larger reservoir. Where you would use, say, levees. See, I can't do that, but I could do that. Oh, I would need other things. That's fine. I think I would need the platforms for these guys to overhang, and then I would need impermeable floor on top of that to handle that. But we only dropped to 12,000, which is good, and these guys should be pumping, and now that we fixed this, this should be filling up. So water is coming over here. And basically I want to actually automate you by that. So if that's actually on, I know it's slightly different, right? And so when this overflows, it'll eventually turn off and turn that off. Just so, ideally I'd need a thing here, but we're not doing that. Alright, well they got all that planted, that's good. And we're completely out of cassavas, which is why we need this. They're eating like mad, and we are getting algae, which is good. Almost got another 70, and a drought's approaching. Okay. Well, we need to maybe increase to, say, 20-hour work days, because we are going to run out of power, and I do need more water. In fact, I'm going to pause you for now, because I don't care right now. I want this to fill up, because we've had issues with, you know, long working days. I mean, this is raising up, right? We might really need that system to pump water into here. The problem is, it hasn't yet really filled up, so that is an issue. Actually, I have 3 more jobs still available for that. I got 9 beavers. What do we want to do? I mean, this is nice and all. This is nice. The only thing I could think of is to dynamite out even more to increase the reservoir. So basically doing something landscaping. Something like that. And then if we just high prioritize these guys, they should be able to get that done because we have everything we need. And this is kind of a moot point now, the fact that, oh, nice, we're we're at least producing 350 off of that. During a normal cycle? Ooh, man, that's nice. But yeah, we're gonna have to start running these engines again. I'm just afraid, based off how much water we actually have, I am actually going to just decrease the priority of all this, so they don't really work on that. Ooh, and I would need you to be there, so they can actually build at a diagonal. The reason we do it this way is because we're not going to be able to go far enough down, and so I'll have to do this again with something else, because I think this is 4? Alright, so pause, detonate. Yep, it was 4. So we come back into here and we do a little bit of that. And we super high prioritize you guys. And then in the interim as well, we can come over here and we can just do that, and then super high prioritize all that. Now we won't be able to get that one in particular just because it'll be a little bit of a thing. We could figure it out, but or we could build scaffolding to make it happen. It's not the end of the world. But are we overflowing here? We are. That's good. That means this is actually topped off for the most part. And it's just a little bit more of a well here for us. We got 1 day left. We've gotten up to 13. That is good, but I am feeling water is once again going to be a problem for us. So that little ridge is going to be annoying. Again, we could build scaffolding to do it, and I might just because we have the resources for it, but we have 11 beavers now that actually need jobs. Another hauling post could be nice. In fact, district management, let's get that hauling post right here. I prioritize you, and then let's hook you up. Do a little of this. And then landscaping, single dynamites, like that, and super high prioritize that. So that added a bit more water for us. That has stopped because it is off now. This actually didn't even fill up. Huh. Are we just pumping too much out of it? Or was this shouldn't have been activated at all, because this should have been fine. Unless the cycle was just that slow. So we're now seemingly relying on this guy for just all of our water needs. Yeah, there's that little bit of water left as it continues to try to make some water for us. As power is... Why is... Hold on, pause. Why is my supply so low? Oh, the demand is high. I'm not producing enough power. Oh, well, this isn't hooked up. Oh, it might be because my network... Oh, thank you! Thank you! It's only a 16-day drought. We can survive that. In fact, let's just turn you guys on. Alright, you guys should be built, so that should be adding... Oh, I need to increase the number of beavers that allows. So now these engines will be coming online, so if I check my power utilization, it's coming up. I will need more. I will need all that power. That's a lot of power. And we still haven't... Why haven't we built that? What am I Oh, this stuff over here is being prioritized. We'll just do that. Something like this. can do that to at least hook it up. And they can come around there. Okay. That should be alright. Look, we're growing trees over here. We're still pumping, which is good. We paused you for now. We can actually unpause you. Oh yeah, it doesn't run at night, that's right. Oh, we need to just make this like normal business hours. Okay. I'm feeling okay with such a short drought. Bad water's fine. I could actually get rid of those entirely, most likely. Oh, we never actually... Hold on. These were all paused. Those should not be paused. We need those. Those more jobs. We actually have 11 jobs because I have 17 beaver injuries? It's probably you. We're just gonna pause that right now so we can heal our people as we get a huge log influx. How can I get more water in here? I don't see any more water sources. What are these? Actually, I do see more water sources. Right over here. Huh. That's fun. But bad water's coming into here. Oh, we're gonna be doing that now. Alright, so if I come over to here to landscaping, and I get a levee, something like that, and we're just gonna prioritize this. Because what I'm wondering is there anything else feeding this? There is that. That's not the end of the world, mind you. The thing, though, is power. Power's my problem. There's power over here. Like, if I could get over here, migrate power over... That's only 400, though. Right, and these guys each require 400, so that'd be half. It's not the end of the world, but... we could potentially... That would actually flow down there. It's not the end of the world. We could potentially dam that up. Or we could just get passive water flow. That actually might be better. Is to get power over there such that then we can build a massive project to just funnel water into here directly. I'm kind of liking that. It requires a lot of work, though. So what it requires is... And we can start, shooing this in as just, additional projects. But I would need power, obviously geothermal. Pop you over there. This requires me to go up and down a bit, which is not the end of the world. To do that, though, we could get some landscaping online. We could do a double there, single there, get power, start to migrate this over. Like this. It's fine to actually go up there. Everything's just kind of running. I trust the system right now. But we want to do this, this, bring it down to here, like that, and then water. Let's get 2 of these. Let's get power for this. This is a very long distance project, mind you. Do something like that. Oops, didn't want to do that one. Didn't realize I didn't build it high enough. Something like you. Didn't build you high enough either. Something like that. Okay. Then what we would need, I need some of this. Some of that. Some of this. Some of that. Something like that. Then we can do like that. And then last but not least, we come down here like this. Hook you up. Hook you up. Hook you up. You come into there. This needs to come all the way over here as well, because we need to get down to here. That will be a nice little staircase system that we have going. Do a little bit of that. I'm hoping that will work, and then we just need to get the tube way over there, which is easy enough, because I don't need this anymore. And so we can just do tubing. Like this. And instead of actually doing all that, we're just going to do that, that, and I think that's a triple. Yes, it is. Then we go back to tubing, do a little bit of this. Boom. So that would actually hook all that up, and then we could build that. And then what I actually want to do is funnel that in to here. And to do that, so these would operate at half power because this is not good enough. In fact, we probably need to, just for safety's sake, get some levees in here. Like that. Okay, well that's a very long-term project. How are we doing on water? Water is still good. Yeah, water's still fine for pumping. In fact, we're getting close to our max, which is very, very good. I like that. But this is a longer-term water project. Scrap is still doing okay. Metal blocks are still coming up. Ooh, you're only at 62%. I should actually automate you by... There's a weather relay. I don't want the weather relay. I want not a drought, basically. So I'm going to have to build another relay. Can we build it over here? Not drought. Okay. So if they do that, which we should have the stuff for that. They built all of this, which is excellent. They didn't build that. Hold on. That's required. Build all that, so that will get me more power. We're still pumping water, which is good. Almost done with that. And then this should be a... Oh! Construction low. Sorry. That's why they're not building anything else. I'd rather have them build all this stuff. So we're gonna automate you by you. So if it's not a drought, it's fine. And it will just run. But that gives me 600 more power to use. And also the other bit is like non-working hours. But yeah, this should be fun. They've almost blocked this off as well. Too far? Oh, hold on. We can fix that. There we go. Not too far now. Okay. Extract is coming up, and dynamite is coming up. We actually might be able to do this project very quickly. The problem is this being not filling up so much because of this. That is a little bit of an issue. So you're running, keeping pretty much... Actually, that's surprising how much water kind of remained. Kind of like that. I almost want to move you over to here. That might be better, actually. I mean, I do like getting water all the way down there, but it's actually more important for this. Alright, and we are running those. We are out of water officially, and we have 9 days left. Nothing to do in range, apparently, because I never told these to actually cut these trees down. You guys happy now? You happy now? I told you to cut stuff. Alright, that's fine. Building lacks goods. We don't have any cassavas? Oh, we're out of cassavas? Jeez. These things grow pretty fast. 5 days to give me 1. I mean, these guys are ready. And we got more corn ready. You know what we can do? We can actually do plant crops, get more cassavas. Something like this. How far do you actually reach all the way in there? Perfect. Hopefully that allows us to increase production of cassavas. Alright, construction materials. 3 beavers injured. That's excellent. Because it was 17 before. Why did you die? Can you guys not get... You can. Okay. You guys should hopefully... Come on, you can grab... These they'll never grab. That's understandable, but... Oh my gosh, that actually dried out. Yeah, so this little project over here, I'm kind of liking. Have we... And they're working on this project for power during a drought. Oh... Automate. Not drought. Not drought. That's 1,000 power. Jeez. I'm okay with running them normally. Badtide, perfectly fine. Normal operation because we got this hooked up now. That is a lot extra power. You know. I don't know what else is using... Oh, these guys are using power. That's okay. They can run a little bit less. We do have mud baths as well. What are we actually lacking? Campfires? We can build a couple of those, as well as rooftop terraces. The Earth Repopulator, they're good on aesthetics. Fun though. Oh, I'll probably need to build another one. Can we fit them in over here? If I go to well-being, I can fit that maybe here. Or if I put you, I'm gonna have to rework some stuff. And then get a wind tunnel. Yep, I'm gonna need some plankages. That is fine. Come over here. Not you. You. There we go. And then what we will have to do is build some planks. You know what? We can just do... something like that. And what I'm thinking is we set the path up to do this. We then mark for destruction. Oop, I need to do one more. Reason being, you'll see in a hot sec the genius that is me. Not so much. High prioritize all that, but what we can do now is get power. Do a vertical shaft here. Pop you in there, pop you in there, and then we just need, only because that's there, we can now do this. Ta-da! And then we can just high prioritize all this, a little bit more. Okay, and what do these actually need? Well, they're pretty much done, so there's that. And then you just need metal blocks, which I am producing. In fact, I have 41 beavers available. We're going to open up the mine again. We have the extract, so we might as well do that. Treated planks are on the rise. That is good. It's just that we're out of water, which is our problem. Now this has dried up, which means these guys, they're going to die. But this is keeping most of this alive, which is great. So we're still getting soybeans. Cassavas are still coming up. We still have 14,000 water. And how are you guys doing? 20%. That's not too shabby. I'm kind of liking where this is going. Oh my gosh, they are. Oh, I thought they were a lot farther. They're not as far as I thought. But this should hopefully be a long-term water solution. The only issue is this guy. And that will be a problem because, well, it's going to cause issues. In a bad tide event. So I kind of want to try to cap him. So if I go to landscaping and I do levees, and I do this. Something like that. And then we get landscaping. I want a triple overhang like this. Nope, nope. Quadruple like that. Yes. We will then need additional landscaping. Like that. And then I will also need an impermeable floor like that. So from here, we should actually be able to do that. Again, super far away to come. But should lock it out. Boom. Alright, and then they should be able to do all that. And once that's built, that should prevent that from ever having Badtide because we've effectively sealed it. Hopefully. There's no openings, and that's an impermeable floor, which means it stops water from leaking through it. And then this will just be good water. We then additionally need to like dynamite out a channel here or something. Because this presumably will fill up all the way, and I actually want it to drain into here. But they're working. It's another massive project as we slowly work on the Wonder. I'm kind of liking where this, where we've ended up. We still have 15 beds available. I think we've tapped out our current beaver population with the number of breeding pods that we have. So we'd have to make more. I'm okay with doing that. In fact, we could just level off this whole area. That is, we could do a triple, like a triple dynamite all throughout here, double dynamites on the next level. That could be fun. But I think our dynamite would be better used over here. And in fact, let's go ahead and just make these normal priority now to that end. So they start working on that. Because they can. And it just makes it a little higher than this, because this, we need a lot more production. And dirt is doing okay, actually. Look at that, they just paused. But we have mud baths galore. Getting more gears online, which is good. I just want to eat into our planks because we're just maxed out on planks. So like these guys, not doing anything. I could actually automate them such that if we had, you know, maxed out plank production, don't do a thing. You guys are working fine. Cassavas are my issue, man. We're just eating through cassavas. Berries are fine. Fermented soybeans. Everything else is good. Well, I could use some more logs there. It's not the end of the world. Considering I don't have all that storage. This is just metals and treated planks, which is not even being used right now. Yeah. I think that'll do for today, though. So we've started on a few massive projects. One, we have this one over here. This will hopefully improve our battery power situation. These guys just need some metal blocks, gears, and planks, which we are producing. And then over here, this should hopefully have a new water solution up and running. We should be clearing this out now that this is built so that no bad water goes this way and it will just flow here and hopefully not do anything. Oh yeah, I can't go up there. It'll just go off the map. Look at that. So yeah, bad water is contained. This should all be good water. Once they build this, we should also be fine. But yeah, the network is growing, and hopefully we will see some green next episode starting to come in. And then also these batteries coming online as well to help fuel things. Can't talk. But 4 days left of this very short drought, thankfully. And we do have our steam engines working, producing not necessarily enough power. That's where these guys I want to come in. But enough, let's say, and we've automated more items. In fact, I could also automate this to not drought, which will pause that, which will give me an additional 500. So if I look at the network, I'm only down 1,000. That is not shabby. 80%, we can work with it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, but I will catch you at the next one. Dr. Munchkin, signing out.